Hey, what's up everyone? GameDad here, and today I'm going to take you through my personal top 10 hardest NES bosses. Now, this is my personal list, and you may have different opinions on it, and that is totally fine. And if you do, I want you to let me know down in the comments below. That way I can see what your top 10 NES hardest bosses are. Now let's go ahead and dive right in and check out what's on the list. Now, first up on the list, coming in at number 10, is the Emperor Demon Gayaba from the original Contra. Now, maybe it's just me because I played it as a kid, but the final boss in Contra was always impossible for me to beat until I had played the game again as an adult. As with most NES games, just had to get the pattern down, and I was able to take him down. Next up, we have the one and only Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is an example of a game that was more difficult to get to the final boss than the level of difficulty to take out the boss. Shredder isn't a pleasant experience at all, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was far more difficult on the path to Shredder, in my opinion. Heck with the underwater electric seaweed crap, and to hell with the Technodrome. Coming in at number 8, we have Shadow Link from Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. I remember the first time I went against Shadow Link, and I thought it was impossible. It took me a few tries, but eventually I was able to beat him. This is a solid example of a boss that, while difficult, can be beaten with patience and practice. Plus, the game is super fun, too. For number 7, we have the Alien Computer from Fester's Quest. Fun personal fact, this was the very first NES game that I ever played, and my brother and I played the heck out of this game when he got an NES for his birthday many moons ago. Now, this computer is a lot more difficult than the other bosses in the game, in my opinion, because while it does have a pattern to learn, it is far more complex than any of the other bosses in the game. Plus, there's the added difficulty of actually getting to this boss, since the game has so many bugs and can be insanely difficult. Coming in at boss number 6 is the Joker from the original Batman game. This is a super fun game in my opinion, and can definitely get easier with multiple playthroughs and practice, but seriously, what the hell is going on with his stupid gun? That gun sucks. It's insanely overpowered compared to the rest of the game, and your first time getting to the Joker is typically short-lived because he just obliterates you. For number 5, I chose Death from Castlevania 3. This one was definitely a toss-up for me because Death from Castlevania 3 and the Grim Reaper from the first Castlevania both suck. In the end though, Death is just a gigantic pain in the rear and takes what is, in my opinion, a masterpiece of a game and puts a big ugly stain on it. Now for number 4, Mike Tyson from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Is this boss hard? Yes. Is this boss seemingly impossible to beat? Yes. Did I cheat as an adult and use a Game Genie so that I could go straight to Mike and practice beating him over and over with a guide that I found online? Yes, but that doesn't matter, I tell you, because I said so. This boss sucks, and having to restart the game because you didn't know you had to survive for a minute and a half before kicking his butt is lame. Then on top of that, you have to be practically pixel perfect in your timing just to take him out. Fun game for sure, but Super Punch-Out is way better in my opinion. Now, before we get into my top 3 hardest NES bosses, I have something to share with all of you. Did you know that nearly 90% of you that are watching aren't even subscribed yet? Please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, that way you too can be a part of the elite crowd that has already done so. Oh, and maybe ring that bell too. Thanks. Now coming in at number 3 is that damned Yellow Devil from Mega Man. Now, what sadistic son of a biscuit-eating bulldog came up with the pattern to take on the Yellow Devil in Mega Man? Seriously, man, what the hell is your problem? Do you enjoy torturing people? Not only do you have to beat a crap ton of other bosses, but you have to take on Sucky Patterns McGee over here, and it's a super pain in the rear. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yellow Devil sucks. Now, up for the number 2 spot is Jacky O or Jacky O from Ninja Gaiden. Now, although this is my number 2, it's not so much because the boss is hard to beat. He's totally hard to beat, by the way. It's more that this game is freaking brutal to get to the point of taking him on. So many things on screen at once, this game is frustration incarnate. And taking the cake, the number 1 spot, is Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Okay, so this boss just sucks. Not only is it kind of a pain to get to Judge Doom, but he's damn near impossible to kill because seemingly he has 1,000,000 hit points. This is a prime example of how to take a game that was pretty fun and innovative for its time, talking about you, phone number, and just adding something that completely is garbage at the end of it. So there you have it, everyone. That is my personal top 10 hardest bosses on the NES. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is my personal list, but I would also love to hear what your list would be down in the comments below. And while you're down there, please be sure to also hit those like and subscribe buttons. Remember, elite crowd. And if you hit that notification bell, you will also get alerted anytime I have a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.